All right, everyone, this is the iPhone 8 screen repair. So as you can see, the screen is blacked out on this phone. As you can see, only like a little circle thing right there is lighting up in the screen, but the phone still works. It's on, the home button works. I can feel it vibrate. But yeah, so what I'm going to show you here is two different types of screens. The one on the left is a aftermarket in-cell screen. That is going to be your best aftermarket screen. And this is how they come. They come with the metal shield already installed with the screws on it. And then all you have to do is just transfer over the ear speaker cable and the home button, and then you're good to go. Using a screen like this, it's like a 10-minute repair. This screen right here, the one on the right, is an actual original aftermarket, not original, an original Apple screen. It takes a little bit longer to do this, but as you can see here, I'm showing you, you can see the Apple logos are on the wires. Aftermarket screens do not have Apple logos on the wires, it's just blank. But yeah, that's an original refurbished Apple screen. This screen actually cost me $16. The one on the left cost me $18. So the thing with the one on the right, customers will leave their cracked screens behind, and what I do is I actually outsource the refurbishing, and I pay someone $16 to do it. That includes the labor, the glass, the frame, includes everything. $16 out the door to refurbish an iPhone 8 screen. All right, so let's begin. As you can see, I already took out the two screws on the bottom, and I'm just using a heat gun right here to warm the adhesive. And then I'm using this ice sesamo tool, and then I'm just opening up the screen. And then as you can see, we're just going to remove this shield right here with the shield on the top, and that'll remove the screen out of the phone. And there should be 4 screws on the shield, and as you can see, the way that I'm laying them out, everything's going to be organized. So the screws that I'm taking out in this area, most of them, they're all different sizes, so just keep an eye on them. And then you disconnect the screen, and then up here on the top there's another shield, and the shield that I'm taking out right now has 3 screws, and also keep a tab on those while you're taking those out. Just lay them all out in a row, and then you can lay the shield right next to the screws, so everything, you can keep an eye on everything as you're laying them out. And then that's the ear speaker cable. Unplug that, set that aside. So as you see, there's 5 screws up there. There's screws running down the side of the screen, and then there's screws that hold in the home button. So we're gonna start to take off the screws, the ear speaker shield screws. I think that's what you call it. So once again, the way that the screws are screwed in and how I'm taking them out, as you see how there's 2 on the top and then 3 on the bottom. I'm keeping everything organized. Just keep remembering that everything is organized. And then so we'll take off the screws right on the side, and a different type of screwdriver needs to take out these screws. There's 3 on each side. 3 on the right, 3 on the left. As you guys hear that background, the noise, person walking around, is my employee. All right, so take these screw the shield that's holding in the home button on the bottom. I believe there's 4 screws. Once again, keep tabs on those. I lay them out in a row, as you can see, 4 in a row. I take the shield and I stick them with those screws right there. And then this metal back plate will come out. There's a little bit of glue in the inside, and usually I'll blow that heat gun right there. And then it'll come out easy just like that. So the final thing that we have to take out, well, actually we're gonna have to take out the home button. And I want to get a close-up on how I do this. Now, since I've had experience and I've fixed over 10,000 phones already, right? So probably way more than that. So you don't have to do it the way that I do it, or you don't have to use this tool, the same exact tool that I use. If you're a beginner, if you have experience, then you can do it the way that I do it. So I grab this metal tool, the iSesamo tool, and I gently slide underneath the cable. If this is your first time doing this, I would suggest just get like a poker playing card and just slide under the cable, because this tool that I'm using right there, this metal tool, it can cut the cable or slightly cut the corner of it, and then the home button won't work anymore. But I know what I'm doing, so I don't have an issue with doing it the way that I'm doing. But once again, if it's your first time, use like a poker playing card to slide under the cable to take it off. So the final thing that we have to do, as you can see, I'm blowing heat on the outside of the screen because this wire is stuck to the inside of the screen with glue or with strong adhesive, and then you can peel it off. And then you can take these little plastic pieces off right here, and that would be the final thing that we have to take off the screen, and then the other little plastic piece. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm giving this customer, I'm giving them an original Apple refurbished screen. If I was gonna give them the aftermarket screen that I buy, all these little pieces, they're already on the new screen. I wouldn't have to transfer a lot of this stuff over. All right, so we put the metal shield back. So this is, we're at the halfway point right now. Put the metal shield, and then we get the screws and just screw them on the sides. Once again, screwing back the screws, 3 on the right and 3 on the left. So probably if I was using an aftermarket screen, this repair would probably take me like 10 minutes. If I'm using a original Apple refurbished screen, since there's more stuff to do, probably like 15 minutes. You can buy original refurbished Apple screens. You can buy them from the supplier just like that. They cost a little bit more because they're better quality, they're higher quality because it's an original screen. But yeah, the way that I have them, they don't come with the back plate. All right, so we installed the home button. Now we're putting the shield to secure the home button in there, and then we put the 4 screws right back into it. I think when I first started learning how to do this, iPhone 8 screen or the 7, the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8 are the exact same phone. They just use a different screen, right? I think when I was first starting, I think it took me like a half an hour to do this. And what I do is I feel the home button, because sometimes it's kind of off. And if it feels like it's kind of off, then what you can do is, just like how I did right here, unscrew the screws a little bit, go back and try to kind of push it with your thumb to get it how it should feel, and now it feels right. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install the ear speaker flex cable that has the front selfie camera attached to it. And there's a way that you have to do this. You have to flip the wires a certain way. And it has these little tabs right here. There you go, 1 and then 2. See them right there. Apple puts those there so you can't mess up, pretty much. It's like a guide. See right there. All right. And then there's the front selfie camera holder, the little O-ring or whatever. I don't even know what that's called. A little plastic piece. And then the ear speaker will go in next. As you can see, the little contact points right there, the little 4 gold points, they're gonna touch each other. That's how the ear speaker works. And then you flap the cable over the top of the ear speaker and it goes right into the little O-ring. And then you're gonna grab that little metal shield, just like this. And it's gonna go on the top, and then align the holes, just like this. And then start screwing the screws right back in there. 2 on the top. We got that first one in there, and then the second one, and then the 3 on the bottom of it. Almost done with this part. All right, so finish with the screws on the screen. So now we have to connect the screen right back into the motherboard. So this is the way I do this. So you see the way that I'm doing it. That I plug it in. I always start with the top first. Otherwise it gets too awkward when you start from the bottom first. I think all 3 of those screws that go on the top shield, I think they're all the same size. I think. But as you can see, the screws that go on the bottom shield, they're different sizes. And you do not want to put screws in the wrong holes. All right, so then we align the shield so the screws go in easier. Just start on the top and just work our way down. So for those of you guys that are watching this, what do you guys think about my watch? That's my favorite watch right there. You know that watch? I've had that watch for over 10 years now. That's my favorite watch I ever had. Even though it has nothing to do with phone repair. That watch I actually bought when I still had a job. That watch cost me $300. And like $300 was like half my entire 2-week paycheck. But whatever. That was probably the most expensive thing I ever bought at that time. All right, so we get the bottom screws in, and then that's pretty much it. And it's okay, so we'll see the before and after. So there's the broken screen that we just fixed on the left. Well, we didn't fix it, we just removed it out. Let's just test the screen real quick. As you can see, the thing works perfectly fine. It works perfectly. Home button works perfectly fine. Broken screen on the left, good working screen on the right. And that's how you can tell it's an iPhone 8 screen right there. There's little teeth tabs that I say. And that's it. iPhone 8 screen repair. Thank you guys for watching. If this video helped you, leave me a like. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.